What's up guys, back in Bloodborne The Old Hunters DLC, and we're going to be taking on Laurence the First Vicar. Now this is an optional boss, the only optional boss in this DLC, and you have to find his skull first before you can face him. Alright, so going off into this, I was pretty unprepared the first time I went into it, that's why I had to pick up my blood echoes just then. But he actually isn't that too bad of a boss. His first form is much easier than his second form, even though I didn't actually do too well here. But in terms of managing it, it's much easier. See, you can just see he's pretty much the cleric beast. This fight takes place where Vicar Amelia was, so you should know where that is if you played the main game, and actually you have to kill her to even access this DLC, so that doesn't matter. So once you find his skull, you'll come to this area, he'll spawn, and he is a big fire cleric beast, as you can see and have been seeing for a while now, but I am just catching up. So now, the first thing you want to do for his first form, which disappears at 50% health, is just stay behind him, but you might need to retreat when you can. As you can see here, I'm just hacking away at his legs. You don't even need to lock onto him, but like, this is a pretty messy fight, kind of similar to the final boss fight of this DLC. But if you can just get in there in his legs and behind him's better, he'll just go crazy. Because in his first form he's not very good at kind of turning around and hitting you. He'll just start his move set and then he'll just keep whacking. So actually I should just mention that move there where he sticks his hand into the ground, his left hand, the big fiery one, you've got about 2 seconds before he pulls it out and big flame bubble thing kind of comes out, and you definitely want to dodge that because that does a lot of damage, even wearing fire resistant armor, because that's what I was wearing the first time I tried this. Now what else can I say? I guess as I've said, for the strategy for the first part, just get up to him, get messy in there. You will see that I do end this battle on 0 blood vials, and that's just simply because his second form is actually quite difficult. Again, he's probably I'd say he's the 3rd most difficult boss out of 5 in this DLC. But maybe even 4th. Like, he's really not that bad. If I can beat him on the second go, should have no problem. And he's very easy to get to as well, because you can pretty much just sprint straight from the first lamp. See, that was the move I was talking about, where he puts his arm in. So he's just a pretty crazy boss. He just swings his arm and hopes he hits you, but he's not very good at actually hitting you. Once he transforms, I thought it was at 50% health, but I might be wrong. It might be a little bit lower, sorry. I'll tell you once we get there. And that big bear hug thing he goes for, that's something you definitely want to dodge. Okay, so this is about 40% health, and now he's lost his legs. So he's just going to be crawling, so his back half is, well, not back half, but the little cone of his back is now pretty much just something you can't go near because there's lava pouring at the back of him. So as you can see here, I got pretty trapped. So you're going to need to go for his side, and that's what I ended up doing. You can just see me going past him here. No, not here. I almost died here. So this is definitely his more difficult form because he doesn't really let you get near him. See, I did a very bad thing here. I jumped into the flame, but that flame is usually very easy to dodge, and that is when you should strike. You should move left while moving forward, and you should have no problem getting up to him and whacking him a few times. The lucky thing about this mode is he kind of stumbles quite a bit, so if you hit him, or after he's used one of his more powerful moves, he'll be kind of static for a second. See that move there, that's one that you don't want to get near, and he's even got a variation of that move where he actually comes at 5 times instead of 3. At this point I was getting quite worried, having only 5 blood vials left and that much of his health. See, again, I don't even know if I was using the best weapon for him, but it was doing quite a bit of damage, and I had bolt paper on it. As you can do, that was about 600 for an R1 hit, so that's pretty good. So I probably would use bolt paper, just for the little bit extra damage. Obviously not fire paper, because he will eat that up, and not in the good way for us. Okay. See there, I got lots of damage off on him, and I had to back away because he had lava coming at his ass. So the first part is about going crazy on him. The second part, I would say, is a bit more about patience, just staying back, and then it's striking when you can. As you can imagine, at this point I was very scared and very worried. And see, that was his 5. Oh, there's actually 6 paws there instead of just his normal 3. I used my last blood vial there and managed to kill him here. Now, you won't get down to 0 blood vials on this guy. You will do this better than me. But I was going into this somewhat blind of his second form, but I managed to find out all his weaknesses, and yeah. Anyway, so that's the optional boss for Laurence, the First Vicar in Bloodborne The Old Hunters. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.